What's up, guys? Welcome back to the GeezerCast, where knowledge is key, and we are seekers of knowledge. Today, we got another special guest, part of the artist series. We got Marley Carter. What's happening?
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be on here. Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. So go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, as far as me, my real name, and I don't say this much, is Ricky Bottoms. I'm from a small town in Versailles, Kentucky called Huntertown. And I think I moved to Lexington when I was in about the 5th grade. But everybody knows me as an artist. So Marley Carter, of course, is my professional AKA and what most people know me as. And I have multiple businesses. First, of course, Papa's Kitchen. Second, Marley Carter, of course. And then third is a new venture called Sunny Visuals, and I'll be doing videography and photography. But last but not least, I also have a nonprofit called the Sunny Collection.
So go ahead and tell us a little bit more about the Fish and the Feed, Papa's Kitchen, just actually everything when it comes to your businesses. Just go ahead and line them up and explain them for us.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and line them up. First and foremost, I think importantly, as far as the Sunny Collection, that all started in the midst of the commotion with George Floyd. I felt like spiritually that was my wake-up call to step in and make my contribution to my community and just also the world for people who look like me and can relate to my life. I didn't really have a sense of urgency for it, and I knew my place really, wasn't in being like on the front lines, like marching and stuff. Like I was able to take in that experience, and I didn't feel like I was like contributing the way I should, and I was just like following everybody else.
Okay.
But that's how that came about, and what we do is just feed the homeless. We get any support we can from anybody who wants to be involved, and we go out and fish at the Kentucky Horse Park, and whatever we catch, we take back to food chain. That's on 6th Street next to Smithtown Seafood. They let us process all the fish, go next door and fry it, and then box it there.
That's what's up. Now, I've actually been to Smithtown Seafood.
Yes.
That food is great. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they definitely are heavily involved in their community, and they gave me a chance.
Yeah. So, and you cook that fish, right?
Yeah, I cook the fish. What I try to do is get other chefs involved. These past 2 fish in the feeds, I wasn't getting any contributions for the sides, so I just cooked everything myself.
So you cooking there. I know you ain't talked about Papa's Kitchen yet, but also you cook there. What got you into cooking before we, keep going? How did that start?
Well, cooking has always been a family tradition. And I feel like that's really that's like the most chance we get to come together is when we have time and we just cook, And I get, nostalgic when I cook because some of my greatest moments came with food. And I think that's, a big part of my life. So I try to pay it forward in my own way to let other people feel that same love.
I feel it. So what's next on there besides Papa's Kitchen?
Okay. So not to rush to Papa's Kitchen, but I think I'll go ahead and cover that for the most part because I can go for days without Marley Carter. Marley Carter means so many things, so I think that'd be like the shortest answer I could give. But anyways, to the point. Yeah. Papa's Kitchen was like a spur of the moment thing because I always cook for my friends, and they kind of encouraged me to do it and gave me the confidence. So one day we kind of organized our own little house party, and I cooked there, and I sold food for the first time, and I did pretty good, and I just never stopped from that point.
Now I keep missing the Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I just keep missing them, bro. But your food looks amazing.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I will accommodate so you can get that first taste. So you just let me know and we'll make it happen.
For y'all out there who haven't seen it, look up Papa's Kitchen on Instagram. Check out the pictures. Check out the menu. It looks great, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, you heard the man. live and direct. But so next after Papa's Kitchen is just Marley Carter, man. And I think symbolic wise, what started Marley Carter was faith. It was my stepping stone for my confidence to do everything that I'm doing now. Because I really kind of had a, sort of an identity crisis. I didn't know who I was supposed to be. And I didn't know my purpose in this world. So I just took a chance. I knew I liked music and I knew it made me feel passionate things. So I wanted to try to reciprocate that to see where it took me.
Okay. So would you say that what inspires you to make music would be just you trying to find yourself? Or
yeah, me trying to find myself. And I'm also an empath, so I care about people. And I want, to save my community, if not the world, because I want to, try to lead by example to help everybody else that's going through the same thing and, can relate and understand.
I agree. I know a lot of people don't feel like they can save the world, but I genuinely believe we can.
Yeah, we can.
I think we can. I
It
don't
all
think
takes
it's as hard
patience
as we
and
think it is
understanding.
either.
Yeah.
For real.
We're difficult beings, so of course we make it hard when surface level things kind of don't pique our interest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel that. Now, you've been rapping for a long time, man.
Yeah, it's been about I think it's going on 5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah, man. It's definitely been a day-to-day process, and it still seems like I'm on my second. It's kind of like it's a little surreal realizing that I've been, pursuing this for as long as I have, because in my past life, I could never stay consistent with anything,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. So for anybody out there who is an artist, how does it feel? Well, how did you feel going on stage for the first time when you
Uh,
first performed for people? How did that feel?
it was terrifying.
I bet.
Um, yeah, it was terrifying. I never was that vulnerable for strangers.
Yeah.
And just risking, like, you know, I don't know. I just took a risk on just telling people like my life through music and hoping they receive it the way I want them to. And even if they don't, like, just be grateful and present in the moment that, I'm at least trying to do it, you know?
And you just even doing that, what was something that I realized, because I'm trying to be in music as well. What I have
Yeah.
realized is that all these people who have actually took that step, even just making music and letting other people listen to it, that's huge.
It
Like
is
when it comes to
huge.
confidence, boy, that's huge.
You got to give yourself some grace, because even if there's no like reward in making yourself vulnerable, that's progress in yourself,
Yeah.
because you're letting yourself out of your shell,
Mm-hmm.
because we're all prisoner to our comfort zone.
Yeah. Totally agree. Totally agree. When you stay stagnant,
Mm-hmm.
ain't never good, man.
You know that you got to challenge that nervous, you got to challenge that fear,
Yeah.
because if you're not trying new things, you ain't improving.
I agree. I agree. So out of all your songs, what would be your favorite?
I think my favorite, honestly, is Father Time, because I think that's the best representation of who I am and my battle to be a better person.
Yeah. My favorite songs so far from you.
Yeah.
Father Time is one. That is good. And Better Know.
Yeah, better know. You
I
got it.
like that. I like the
I
beat on that one.
appreciate it. Yeah, man. It was definitely a diamond in the rough, because I found that beat on YouTube.
On
And
YouTube.
yeah, so I just liked it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pay for this shit.
So
Hey,
going into
rest in
depth
peace.
on Father Time, can you explain for the people who haven't heard your song yet? Like go
Okay.
in depth on maybe a few, maybe the hook or something, or whatever you feel like is what is important of the song.
Well, I think the hook is the most important song. I mean, like part of the song because it's a statement. I need a fifth of E and J. You hear me say that all the time, and that's just recognize that, like, I have my vices, and just shining light on that. You're capable of making mistakes over and over. You just have to forgive yourself. You know, not everyone can always deal with father time, so everybody deals with it in their own way, and some are stronger than others, and some are just not as strong. Um, I'm tempted to roll another one because there's constant things challenging my peace, even including myself. And yeah, I'm about to lose my mind. Not everyone can always deal with father time, you know. And I just think, in general, that just means respect everybody's story. Everybody has their own unique testimony, and it's not for anybody to judge. It's just how you make it to the next day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And how do you get through like writer's block, if you have any? I don't know. I feel like everybody does, but
everybody does, because you get burnt out on everything if you do it too much. And writer's block, I think for me, the best solution for that was just live. Don't be so stuck on trying to execute music. If it's not coming out, don't push it, and venture off into other things, because you don't just love one thing ever. And you never know what you might discover about yourself when you just take a break.
So what is that you do exactly?
Well,
if you don't mind sharing.
Right. Well, I find new things to do. I have a number of passions. So, if I'm not writing music, I cook. I shoot videos now, and that's the thing that keeps me closest to music, to give me inspiration. I work on, trying to improve my nonprofit. Just being multifaceted and keeping myself occupied in many ways. Shit, even if it's just spending time with family and friends.
Now, I forgot about the photography. You didn't talk about the photography. I totally forgot. And that's the newest thing you're doing now.
It is, man. That was the leap of faith too, man. But I've got to be in some pretty cool places. My boy ROC, shout out to him. We just talking about bro, but he opened for the Nappy Roots, and I got to take some pretty good pictures of them, and they actually reposted them. So yeah, that was pretty dope. Yeah.
That's major.
Yeah, bro.
Major, dog.
It was pretty dope, man. I appreciate those guys.
Yeah. One thing I do like about photography is that it's almost like you were saying, how it inspires you for music. It's almost as if you never leave. It's like there's a circle, and you can do all these different things and stay in that circle. It's insane.
You can. I think people kind of get closed-minded about, trying to see it through to be the artist, because that's all they show us. Nobody leads by example, that it's okay to take another route, and you never know where that might lead you. You just gotta have faith. This is your religion. You gotta live it every day, and you never know where you're gonna end up, but you can't not give something a chance.
Yeah, that's true. If you stand still, you ain't never gonna get to the end because you ain't moving.
That's right.
Gotta keep pushing, man.
Yeah, can't sit and ponder on things too long.
So what would you say your favorite camera is? I don't know if you've messed with different ones, but which one do you like the most?
I have got a chance to work with a few different cameras, thankfully. And I gotta say, the best quality so far is Sony. I can't narrow it down to a particular model. But I think everything that I've used that was Sony was pretty top notch.
Yeah.
And I wish I could reference a certain model, but I'll say anything Sony is the way to go, because I believe there's something that's not happening with Nikon anymore, because I have a Nikon camera, and I don't think they make the model I have, but I was able to buy it from a friend, and it still treats me good. And it's never about the equipment; it's about how you use it. And yeah, I just say, like, if I could give a recommendation, just study what you're using and know what you have in your hands and know how to utilize all the features and specs.
Yeah. I like Canon the most, but man, them Sonys they nasty, man.
Yeah,
They kind of just
yeah,
came out of nowhere.
they did. The mirrorless cameras, man, are a big
Nasty.
thing.
God.
And I think everybody who's doing big time clients has a Sony.
Mm-hmm. And are you editing videos yet, or just pictures?
Yeah, I did Landon's Chips and Queso video,
Oh,
and I did Rock's video for one of his songs called "It Is What It Is," and I just shot one for an artist called Nell Gotti. We're still working on a release date, but that's finished, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm doing Tato next.
mm-hmm.
We're gonna shoot him on the 12th, so he'll be dropping soon as well.
Interesting. So, how do you feel about that editing videos?
It's another way for me to be artistic,
Yeah.
and I love, like, digesting all of the different styles of music and
Yeah.
appreciating them for what they are, and being able to bring somebody's vision to life, and them believing in me to paint the best picture.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you had to choose, besides hip hop, what genre would you want to be in?
I'd honestly do R&B. I've always wanted to be a singer.
Oh man, they go to
Yeah.
light skin.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna front, man.
Hey,
That's
it's all
always
good.
attracted me.
R&B is cold.
Yeah, it is, man.
R&B.
Get all the women's.
Yeah. So who's your
Yeah.
favorite R&B artist too?
I think, not to be generic and cliche, because I'm not gonna say the usual Giveon or people like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this dude. His name is Mikhail Sebastian.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. No, it's Sebastian Mikhail, actually.
Sebastian Miguel.
And yes, and it's just some random artist that I stumbled upon. He had a song with Wale.
I like
I forgot what the name of the song was called, but you'll know it if you hear it. But
yeah.
he kind of transformed himself into this kind of, like, old school R&B artist, kind of like representing the 80s and 90s. But yeah, man, I just resonated with it, and it gave me that nostalgic feel.
Okay. Okay. But who are your top 5 artists that you listen to today?
Ooh, that's a good question, man, because that's very subjective.
Yeah.
Let me think, because I want to try to get on point as much as I can. I will say, honestly, number one is Cole right off the bat. Like, that's my biggest motivation. Next is Mick Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
And third is Kendrick. I'm trying to think, man, because those are honestly the top 3 that I listen to. I might have to cheat, look at Spotify, but
nah, you good. Sometimes I gotta do that too, man. Who?
I'm gonna throw Isaiah Rashad in there.
Isaiah Rashad?
Yeah.
Hey, his new album cold.
Yeah, I love his new album, man. He definitely delivered more than Donda and Certified Lover Boy.
I haven't heard either of them yet.
Take your time, please.
Really?
Take your time, because if you rush into it, you're gonna be disappointed.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you're just keeping it real, because there's not. I say it was Certified Lover Boy. It's just a album full of the same songs, and I think what stuck out to me the most was the first song.
The first song is the only one that you was like, yeah, it's not.
Yeah. After that, I was like, man, another love song, another like trappy song where he throws Future or Young Thug on it.
Yeah.
He's kind of following, like, this model of just just being up to date. Yeah. And following the current sounds. I think he's always recreated what was already there and tried to make it into his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Donda, just too long for me. I haven't even listened to it yet, but I've seen 27 songs. I'm like, whoa.
Whoa, yo, I ain't never seen no album 27.
Yeah, and there's like a bunch of features on there. So I'm gonna get to it when I get to it.
I ain't know I had 27, bro. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean,
man.
he better
it's
put
like
some songs on there. He's up in the Eagle Stadium or whatever, Hawk Stadium.
Right. He done did 3 listening parties.
Bet I do shit else but make music. I'm tired of
Yeah,
seeing
bro.
the gram in that little cubicle.
Yeah, bro. Like after the 3rd listening party, I was just like, man, this shit's overrated. It is, man. He ego tripping.
I feel like you can tell me if I'm wrong, but you're more of the lyrical type of listener. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I am. I digest lyrics and meaning a lot more because it just has to be a certain place, like for me to enjoy anything else. Like the ambiance has to be there, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm more of a themed listener, you know.
Something that I realized, I tell a lot of people now. When I was younger, my dad used to tell me, "Oh, you keep listening to that, it'll get in your mind, yada yada yada." I feel like, nah, I don't agree. But as I gotten older, I feel like music does influence me a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I can't agree that when I was listening to Wayne and 50 Cent that I was aspiring like to have small like similarities to, you know, for certain things to be, you know, the way they have them, like their confidence. And you know, I wasn't always the ladies, man. So I wanted to, you know, figure out how to get girls like they did. And the money, of course, and the possessions and all the flashy living. But that was just surface level things. You know, I didn't think beyond what was in front of me when I was younger. So, you know, certain things influenced me, of course, because I just didn't know any better.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. Now it's different, man. Different. Think about different things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's better. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's absolutely better. It definitely keeps me on a straight line. So what I want to do, I try to have it. I try to do everything that like reflects me. Like if it don't represent me, I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. So if you had to choose, let's say, one person local, one person that's, I guess, mainstream. If you could choose one person on each to collab with, who would it be? One local and then one not local.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cop out and just say J. Cole on the international level. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's an easy pick for me. And locally, you know, locally, one guy I will say that I've known for a while now, his name's Fred Durst. He's definitely shown me a lot of love since I first started. And he's even let me open for him in the middle of COVID because they had a live stream like last year, a couple months back, and he let me get up there and perform and stuff. He's definitely gave me a chance to, you know, be on his platform when he could share.
Okay.
So yeah, that's definitely one local dude. I'll say, you know, if we could do it tomorrow, I would collab with him tomorrow.
Okay. So what is next for Marley, man? What's happening with you next?
You know, honestly, bigger and better things. I just got my business license, so I officially got my DBA, and that's doing business as for my my photography and videography company. So that's pretty much saying that business and name is not separate, and I don't feel like I have to worry about liability for shooting videos and photography. Yeah.
Nah,
so you know, just getting my, you know, my paperwork done for my nonprofit so that can be official.
Yeah.
And get my LLC for the kitchen.
All right. Any advice you want to give to any, I guess, artists that are coming up, any younger people, younger generation that want to do the same thing that you're doing? Some advice for them?
My only advice is, in your own way, do your best to cope with fear, and everything that you do once you start this journey is going to be unsure. So you just have to have faith in yourself. And even if you fail, you learn from it, because failure, you know, teaches us every time. So don't be afraid to fall on your face, because it'll show you how to get back up.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. The L is a lesson.
Remember? That's right. It's always a lesson.
And right before we leave, quick question. Favorite album this year?
Favorite album this year? It's got to be The House is Burning.
I think he's gonna say it.
Yeah, it's got to be. Until Kendrick drops, I ain't trying to hear nothing else.
I can't wait for that either. That's gonna be cool. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. It was a great interview. For everybody that want to check him out on IG, Marley Carter. Is that right?
It's actually KY Carter 859, and that will link you to all of my other pages, because I do so many things, and it's hard to keep up sometimes, even with myself. But just follow KY Carter 859 on Instagram. Check out Marley Papa Carter on Facebook, and that'll link you to everything I got going on.
Y'all heard him. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you again.
Till next time.